Aldridge, joined by Bill Jones here for Week 14, Monday Night Primetime against the 4-8 Bengals. And Bill, the stadium is open above.
How about that?
Okay, unlike last time, nothing is falling, and maybe that is a sign that this is going to have a different outcome than last time.
Yeah, it could be an omen of things to come, because the last time the Cowboys played on Monday Night Football, of course, they lost to the Houston Texans, and there was sheet metal falling from the roof about 3 hours before game time. They had to close the roof. You know, it's right now here in Arlington, it's 68 degrees, and I understand the temperature is going to be down in the 50s even as soon as kickoff tonight. So it'll be interesting. It may get a little chilly for fans if they decide to keep this roof open for tonight's game.
A lot of things have changed since that Texans game here, including the Cowboys. We're calling it a win streak. I think that we've agreed upon that term. It's good luck to say that. Meanwhile, the Bengals are coming in here desperate to get out of that three-game losing skid they have. And Bill, we talked about this a little bit last night. They're 4-8, but that doesn't really reflect on what this offense will come in here and do, potentially, if the Cowboys don't play defense.
That's exactly right. Joe Burrow leads the league in passing attempts, completions, yards, 30 touchdown passes as well, and he's got Jamar Chase, his old college buddy, to throw to, and Jamar Chase leads the league in receiving yards and touchdowns with 13 himself. You know, just kind of a feeling. Of course, we walk into the stadium 3 to 4 hours before kickoff, and so it's kind of dead when we walk in here. But it's been so long since the Cowboys played a game. I wonder, even from a team standpoint, just getting the energy back up, and for the fans as well. So much going on, and it's almost like even on this sports weekend, this game is sort of an afterthought being played on Monday night after what all went on in college football with SMU making the playoff yesterday and playing in conference championship games over the weekend too.
Yeah, I don't know if the Texas teams in college kind of took all the momentum of what everyone has at home, but this is a big opportunity because it's a slight chance of hope, but it allows the Cowboys to still have potentially something to look forward to. It always gets pretty tough when you know that you have absolutely no chance of making the playoffs, but there's a small chance. But like I said to everyone at the station, it's still possible, and that's what they have to hang on to.
Well, and the thing to remember is the players have a totally different mindset than we do. Even as members of the media or fans, you know, as long as there's a glimmer of hope, I think that, and I think that they feel like they are getting something in a groove right now, with now Cooper Rush being the starting quarterback for a number of weeks and winning a couple of games. We're going to find out how healthy CeeDee Lamb is tonight. Of course, he's dealing with an AC joint injury, and they get Jake Ferguson back after missing a couple of games with a concussion. Brandon Cooks got back last game, and so I feel like they probably out there on the practice field at the Star are thinking that, okay, we line up, we got a chance. And, you know, if they win this game, they're 2 games back of Washington in the wild card race in the NFC and for that 7th wild card spot. And you got Tampa Bay ahead on the schedule. They're one of the contenders for the wild card. And then Washington at the end of the season as well. So in some ways they have fate in their own hands a little bit if they can continue racking up wins.
Yeah, like you said, just a glimmer of hope. But I think it's kind of nice to see this team, even though it's so late in the season and it kind of feels like a little too late, but that run game is starting to form together. Rico Dowdle, 19 touches, 22 touches. Like, that is something that I think, like you said, media and fans just run the ball, but now they're kind of, with Cooper Rush under center, they're kind of forced their hand a little bit, and it's kind of working. And plus, the defense, Michael Parsons came back in his presence. This is a whole different squad than we saw just 3 weeks ago, Bill.
You know, and I think one of the interesting parts of this game tonight is from Mike McCarthy's perspective as a play caller on offense. And if they try to, because of what the Cowboys are facing with Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati offense and how many points they score, if they try to keep pace with them chasing points tonight, or do they try to slow down the game? And, you know, as you alluded to, Rico Dowdle coming off 2 straight strong rushing performances. And when you look at it, when Rico Dowdle has had 19 carries in a game this season, this team is 3-0, and that goes back to the Pittsburgh game where they actually ran the football in the second half of the game. And I think that McCarthy probably understands that it's going to be difficult to match points with Joe Burrow, and that they have to do a little bit more to control the football and control the clock to stay in this one.
McCarthy's biggest thing he likes to say is opportunity. I think this is a big opportunity not only for this coaching staff, for himself, but also the players who haven't hit the field since Thanksgiving. So health-wise, this probably did help them get a little bit, back and rejuvenated, if you will. But I think the biggest things, if they want to be successful, is going to be, number one, take care of the football, something that Cooper Rush has struggled with, and defense. Those flash plays. I feel a defensive touchdown coming in this stadium today.
Do you feel that Trayvon Diggs is going to play tonight?
After some of the moves that they've been making transactions-wise, bringing some cornerbacks up, I'm a little bit nervous about that.
That's right.
But I would love to see him and Duron play on the field. But only time will tell. What has to happen tonight, Bill? Final thoughts for this Cowboys team not on top?
Again, I think that the Cowboys need to play keep away and control the football. That's been one of the keys in their 2 wins over Washington and New York. They haven't given the football away on offense. And I think one of the keys is if Trayvon can play tonight and for the first time be paired with Duron Bland and Jordan Lewis at cornerback, that this team might be able to come up with some takeaways, which has been a big reason why the Cowboys, when they've had success on defense, it's because they've been able to take the ball away.
Only time will tell, and this music is giving us a little bit of adversity here. That's going to be it for Bill Jones, for Briana Aldridge.